Topping today's news, the United States expressed appreciation for Bahamas' statement on multinational military support for Haiti. Police sharing crucial advice for parents to prevent children becoming victims of sexual crimes. No increase in bus fares at this time, and the Acklands High School named in honor of A. Loftus Roker. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Jerino Saunders. This is your JCN Evening News. It is a pleasure to have you join us. To protect children here in the Bahamas from becoming victims of sex crimes, officers from the Royal Bahamas Police Force Sexual Crimes Unit, they're making a number of suggestions to parents and guardians. While speaking at the Office of the Prime Minister's weekly press briefing on Thursday, ASP Attila Bowles urged parents to pay closer attention to your children, including their social media interactions.
When we look at things we should do to prevent our children being victims of crimes such as sex crimes, we need to understand, like Inspector Barr said, who are our kids involved with. One thing I see that most parents do not do is pay attention to their social media interaction. You will find that in the summer, the children are being babysit by the internet, by their phones. In our investigation, we get a lot of our evidence off our phones, off those laptops. So as a parent, it's not that you're trying to be intrusive. You really need to monitor those social medias. You need at times to check the phones, check the tablets, see what's going on.
The police are reiterating that in many sexual offenses cases, the offender is oftentimes known to the victim. ASP Bowles says there must be a higher level of responsibility from parents when leaving children in the care of others, be they family, friend, or child care service.
Look at your environment. It's important to understand you cannot bring everyone into your child's life. If you're a single parent and you're interested in someone, you have to do some investigation on that person, not automatically bring that child into the home. And we've had a number of cases where the predator was invited in the home because this is mommy's boyfriend or this is daddy's girlfriend, and they have taken advantage of the child. So proper vetting, and I'm using the police word vetting, off that individual you're bringing into the home is very important. It is very important.
During the press conference, the officers also made it clear that it is the responsibility of all adults to report suspected incidents of child abuse or risk being taken to court for failure to report. Police spokesperson Chief Superintendent Chrislyn Skippings makes this absolutely clear.
I think we need to highlight it more when we do put the parents before the courts. And parents who fail to provide the adequate environment and the safety for their children, we've taken a zero-tolerance approach. And so, from this day forth, you need to ensure that your children are properly monitored, they're properly secured with responsible adults, as failure to do so will result in them being placed before the courts.
Again, that was police spokesperson Chief Superintendent Chrislyn Skippings. Prime Minister Philip Davis, Minister of Education, Technical and Vocational Training Glenys Hannah Martin, Minister of National Security Wayne Munro, along with other government officials, were on Acklands today for the official naming of the A. Loftus Roker High School, formerly known as the Pompey Bay High School. During the special naming ceremony, Prime Minister Davis reflected on the many contributions Mr. Roker has made in shaping the Bahamas.
Loftus Roker played a critical role in one of the most important moments in our national history. In December of 1972, as one of only 15 in the national delegation, led by the then Prime Minister Pindling, he traveled to London to negotiate the terms of our country's independence. He did this because, in his own words, he believed in freedom. Only 4 of the signatories to our independence agreement are still with us today. And so we are grateful that we can still turn to Loftus for reminiscence, for his first-hand accounts of critical moments in the history, for guidance, and of course, for his very candid views.
Education Minister Hannah Martin says the renaming of the Pompey Bay High School is most befitting, as Mr. Roker himself once walked the grounds of that campus as a student.
The renaming of this school in his honor is therefore most fitting, and an action in which we are well pleased. May all who pass through this school in the years to come understand the beautiful legacy of this institution and its meaning to their own lives, and the stimulus to their incredible potential and the grand possibilities that await them. May they always remember the man whose name this school bears.
Mr. Roker, who is known for his tough stance on illegal migration and protecting the country's border, wore many hats throughout his lifetime. A former educator and attorney at law, he also served as Minister of National Security and Immigration under the Lyndon Pinling administration in the 1980s. He expressed his gratitude for this honor.
The Governor General wrote me saying that, this is 1988, saying that they were asked to send my name to Buckingham Palace to have Knight Commander something. I have the letter. I called them up right away. I said, listen, I don't want no honors. Don't send my name to the Queen because you can get embarrassed. That's in 1988. And I've been refusing it ever since. Now, I accept this, though. This is a different thing. I am so connected to this building that I could not refuse. And I believe it's one of the greatest honors that you could bestow on me.
There is no bus fare hike, at least not for now. The Ministry of Transport and Housing releasing a statement on bus fare increases for children and adults, but not seniors, following a letter reportedly from the Bahamas Unified Bus Drivers Union, which circulated on social media this week, indicating that a 25-cent increase has been approved by the Ministry of Transport. The letter also states that the increase was to come into effect on August 14th. However, in its statement, transport officials say the government has not concluded its deliberation for an effective date for the implementation of an increase in fares for the jitney industry. The statement further notes that as a demonstration of the ministry's sensitivity to the plight of franchise owners and bus drivers, relief was provided through licensing fee waivers in October in 2022 and in May of this year. Officials say in short order, a series of public consultations will be held with a view of creating a more modern and reliable public bus system in New Providence. The consultations will include a further review of fares, passenger safety, and service standards. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back after these commercials.